Okay, if you haven't, I'm going to up my game. Just be patient with me. I'm trying to do some things. But I am going to up my game with my videos and, trust me. But, Rome wasn't built in a night, right? So, this one is about Damien Cryer. So Damien Cryer is the father of Damien Prince. The Prince family is a very popular YouTube family. Damien Prince truly got it out the mud. He's very successful now. I would say rich for sure. Rich and wealthy are two different things, but I would definitely say he's rich. But he made his living on YouTube vlogging. So vlogging everything. His entire family, more specifically his girlfriend Bianca. So they now have 3 children, and she could be pregnant again. I can't remember, but they do a lot of pranks, and so it's just a young black brother that got it out the mud on YouTube. He's not very talented or educated, or you don't need to be any of that on YouTube. You just need to be able to exploit any and everybody that you can on camera. That's just what vlogging is. Everybody don't do that, so I'm gonna stop that. But for the ones who have, like CJ So Cool, for the ones who have the family channels with the children, they do a lot of pranks on children. They make the children cry sometimes. The Prince family is a little better than, they're a little better because I don't remember them doing bad pranks on their kids. They do pranks, but I don't think anything traumatizing. But then, so Damien Cryer is the father to Damien Prince. And he's under fire right now for kicking the latest girlfriend out. Now, this man is probably, I would say, early 50s. And he's had like at least 4 children. I know one passed away, so I know he has at least 3 or 4 left. And he wants to be like his son. And his son tried to put his mom on, Damien Prince. He tried to put his mom onto the YouTube game. And people, she's married and she's got like at least 7 children. And people try to see his mom struggling. I mean, he's given her a house. He's blessed them a lot financially, but people for some reason thinks her audience, when I read her comments on her page, which I think it's called Miss Stephanie to You. Miss Stephanie to You is her page. And that's Damien Prince's mom. And so he tried to put the whole family onto the YouTube game, how he got it. And everybody is just not going to be successful with this thing, But his mom does pranks, and, she's tried to make money off YouTube. I don't know how successful she's been. I don't think very successful because I don't think she's consistent enough. But Her viewers seem to think that her son owes her even more. So when they see them budgeting and going out to dinner as her husband, and like 7 kids, I think, or at least 6 kids, I don't know. But when they see her, and that's a big family, and when they try to budget and cut costs, people say, oh, it's a shame Damien has his mom living like this. What people have to understand, children are not put here to take care of parents. That's not, if you get older or disabled and they take care of you, count your blessings. But that's not, they didn't ask to be here. So it's not their responsibility to take care of their parents. I don't care how rich you are. And you'll see that with a lot of celebrities. They think that they're entitled to the wealth of their children or the fame, and sometimes both. Sometimes they want both. And all you did was give birth to a child that didn't ask to be here. So how do you feel entitled to their accomplishments? So again, if you have a good child that's going to take care of you and help you out, don't get entitled, and people should not expect, celebrities, whether they're YouTube celebrities, television celebrities, music celebrities, don't expect somebody who put in a lot of work to get where they are to take care of you as a parent. It's just absurd. It says a lot about that child if they do take care of the parent. It says, you have a good kid. You obviously instill the right things in that child. They have some type of moral compass. That's good. But again, don't get entitled. So now Damien's father, Damien Prince's father, Damien Cryer is his name. Damien Cryer, he really wasn't in Damien Prince's life growing up. He wasn't really that active of a father, from my understanding, from the videos I've watched in the past. Damien's stepfather was more present than his biological father. However, as soon as Damien got on and he started doing well financially, he put his dad on, and he bought his dad an expensive car. He give him money on camera. He buys shoes he's basically taking care of his father. Let's just put it like that. I think his father was able to quit his job at the plant, and now he's able to do YouTube full time thanks to his son supporting him. So now Damien is way too old for the shenanigans. Like I said, he's got to be at least 50. I don't know, at least 49, but he's knocking on 50, if not older. And he gets with these younger girls. So he had one, I'm trying to think of her name. I can't think of it right now. But D. Lowry. That's her name. D. Lowry. So that was I don't even think she was the first one. But I know that she had a channel already established. And then they got together and decided they were going to try to get YouTube famous. And then they broke up. And so now D. Lowry married a girl shortly after, a few months later. And so now, then the next girl he gets with, another aspiring YouTube YouTuber. And her page is Loved by Erika. Loved by Erika. So her name is Erika. So Erika's younger, but 27, you know what I mean? I don't know. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've been 27. I'm trying to think of how stupid I was at 27. Yeah, I was pretty stupid for men too. I got bamboozled and fooled too. So around that age and even older, you know what I mean? So you get a pass. You get a pass as a woman. You don't really start learning game. You know, let's say if you get married and then you get a divorce or something and you get back in the dating world. It takes a few rounds, or even if you're in a serious relationship, it takes a few rounds of getting it wrong before you get it right. Some people are lucky to just marry somebody that treats them well and they can get along with, and they get lucky the first time. But more than 50% of the American population don't get it right. So, not with the first marriage, for sure. So anyway, they're not married, but he keeps linking up with these aspiring YouTubers that are younger, attractive females, and everything is about YouTube. The whole relationship is about them getting YouTube stardom. So Erika is no victim. She's got some videos where she's pregnant supposedly with twins. And so I believe she might be pregnant, but she was on there crying because Damien did her so wrong. And out of this, what I'm trying to say, what I'm making this for is to say this. A lot of times the ex will give you a heads up on what you're getting into. But we all as women think that we're so different and we're going to be so special that he's not going to do us like he did her. But if that girl, not if she's just malicious and, but if she really is just trying to put you on game and say, hey, this is what I went through and this is why we're not together, just pay attention. You don't have to base your decision on, because he may treat you different than her. But you better make some mental notes of what she said. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to see some of that same stuff. You're going to experience some of the same stuff. So when D. Lowry kind of exposed Damien Cryer a little bit, everything was going good. They was in the honeymoon phase of their relationship, YouTube relationship. Because relationships and YouTube relationships are different. There are a lot of people who want the YouTube fame. It's easy money. And they are just in relationships for the partnership of the business profit of YouTube. That's just a fact. I won't call no names. I don't want to make no enemies. But, yeah. A lot of people are just hanging on by a thread in the relationship, but because they like the clout from YouTube, the fame from YouTube, people saying their relationship goals, but people don't see what they go through off that camera. But they're basically in a partnership, a business partnership, once they commit to putting their relationship on YouTube. So, Erika didn't really listen to D. Lowry. She is really strange because Erika, the reason I don't feel sorry for Erika is because, first of all, she's not new to clout chasing. Because if you know Queen was a YouTuber, and then she became famous and she's got music on the radio. Well, Queen was with Clarence, and some type of way Erika, they did a prank using Erika's police car. She's a police officer, and she lost her job behind it. And I think that somebody said she didn't give them permission. I highly doubt they stole a police car and got that. They're just not, I don't think they're that stupid. I don't know. But I think somebody went to jail. I think Chris Sales might have went to jail about it or something. But she lost her job and stuff like that. And so to me, that's the first, you're already attached to YouTubers. And then you do something or allow something like that to happen where they supposedly get your police car and do a prank or whatever. That's crazy. And so I think she was a YouTube clout chaser before Damion Cryer. She's also affiliated strongly with Martin. I can't think of Martin's name, but he's like has a tea channel, a gossip channel, as well as Diamond Dynasty. And so she's friends with YouTube personalities that have gossip tea channels, right? So right now they're helping her dog out Damien Cryer on their videos, okay? So let's address Damien Cryer. Damien Cryer, you are too old, first of all, to be moving in these young girls. I mean, you ain't just dating them. You're literally moving them in and then replacing them every 6 to 9 months, you know. And you're too old to be talking about just continuously, you're messing up these girls' lives, basically. You're too damn old. These damn girls are, don't mess up their life. Get somebody older that, you know, she done experience stuff. But I just hate to see a young girl get messed over by an older man. Like, it's better to me, in my mind, if two young people get together and they're just inexperienced at life, and they mess up together, okay, but you're older, you know better. You can't be that intellectually deficient. I know you're not the brightest crayon in the box, but you can't be that intellectually deficient to where you don't know that these women are a little too young for you, especially if they're doing pranks with you. You're acting like a big 10-year-old, 12-year-old doing pranks at 50 years old, and then they want to do it with you too. Then clearly they're not more intelligent than you. They're not more wiser than you. And I've seen on Damien Cryer's channel, lots of older women throw their draws at him. He ain't interested. You got to be 27 and younger. He ain't interested in the grown women club, right? You know why? That's a sign, ladies. Right there. Right there, ladies, that's a sign. When you got to find out how young is too young to a man. So if you have a 50-year-old and he think it's okay to date a 21-year-old, something ain't right with him. There is no comparison there. It's like 29 years, almost 30-year age difference. You got to question, why do you want someone who is barely grown? They're just legal at 21. And these girls were a little older. You know, we hitting late 20s with them. or mid to late 20s, when they meet him. But still, I am a woman, and I can't picture being with a 27-year-old boy or young man, I should say. I'm 41, and 38 would be pressing it with me. Okay, 40 years old is just, he's still going to be quite immature at 40. So, you at least want, but again, intellectually, I guess sometimes people say, well, they're older, they're just looking for somebody to manipulate. That could be true. They say, oh, he's older, he's looking for somebody to control or manipulate. Okay. Or he could just be looking for somebody on his intellectual level. Again, he's not a very educated, well-studied, well-spoken man. He tries to come off articulate, but they letting his ass have it right now on this internet. And I think he gonna get the lesson after this. People used to try to warn him, type dog. Most people fake in the comment section, the viewers on his channel saying, oh, y'all look cute together, da da da. But once in a while you see that real person lay it on real with them and say, dog, because it's one thing to have fun. He's not breaking no law. So if he's 50 years old, I'm just saying, I don't really know how old he is, but it's somewhere between 49 and 50 something. So if he's, let's say 50 years old, let's do the median. If you want to have fun with a 27-year-old, 26-year-old, 25-year-old, nothing's wrong with that. That's your business. But when you make these commitments to these girls on camera and get them emotionally invested in you, okay, and now you know that they're emotionally immature, your ass emotionally immature. See, it's different types of intellect. That's what you have to understand. Okay? You also have emotional intellect. And so chances are he knows he's intellectually immature. Who don't know if they can't really handle a relationship. So here's my thing. Having fun with them off camera, fine. If you're gonna do YouTube business, just do YouTube business. Don't start sleeping with the people you're doing business with. If you're gonna do pranks with a young, attractive girl, do pranks with a young, attractive. Y'all don't have to, you ain't gotta sleep, and you having unprotected sex with all these women at that. So for them to even possibly be pregnant means you're having unprotected sex. Okay? And they don't know no better at this age. They don't know you ain't put a ring on it. They don't know that if you give the man the milk without buying the cow, they don't know stuff like that yet. It took me, honestly, I was in my late 30s before I realized the game out here. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about 2 marriages later, I now know what's going on, in the world. So people are really destroying their life Because some people say, well, if, she's pregnant with twins, that's still a blessing. Not all the time. I'm here to tell you, not every child is a blessing. I'm here to tell you. Some people have some demonic children. So, it ain't got nothing the way you raise them. The chemicals might not come out, especially if they got a crazy parent over here and a crazy parent over there. You put all that crazy together and the DNA. It's real deep to bring a child into the world. You know? And some of these kids, oof, they will drive you up a wall. So, all children are not blessings because, I know some people are religious. Well, if God allowed you to have this child, it's got to be a blessing. No. Somebody gave birth to Satan. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing just existed. And so who gave birth to Satan? Think about it. That's heavy. That's another video. I know you don't want me to get on the religious shit, but yeah. There are demons made in flesh form every day. They will grow up to terrorize people, not contribute a goddamn thing to society, but terror and wreak havoc and be menaces to society. No, they're not blessings. Nope. Not every child is a blessing. Some children grow up and kill their damn parents because they didn't get their way about something. Real talk. Some kids will steal from their parents, take everything they got. Just, I'm telling you. So no, stop thinking all kids is a blessing. No, you could be bringing a curse on a child because you are not equally yoked to the person that you laying down having unprotected sex with. That's how you know you with a kid. If somebody in a few months start having unprotected sex with you and you ain't even married to them, you're not dealing with somebody that's really mature. That's dangerous for one. Like, it's STDs other than children too. So even if you go and get checked out together, you need to check this person out for a bit. Immature people, emotionally immature people don't have anything to contribute but jumping in the sack. And then they find out, because you can't stay in the bed all day. Every time you with a person, you in the bed with them, then you just a jump off. Male or female. So when y'all ain't in the bed, when you ain't in the bed, can you have intelligent conversations? Can you have intellectual, stimulating conversation, meaningful conversation? Can you build together something more than a YouTube empire? Now here's my thought on the YouTube empire thing that everybody's trying to get. If you can't carry your channel, this is just my opinion, but if you can't carry your channel by yourself and you must rely on other people, children, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, to help you, there's nothing wrong with help. But if you literally can't get the numbers without somebody else, then maybe, you don't have even the talent for YouTube. I'm just saying. And it takes no talent. You can literally sit down and put on makeup and curl your hair and you're going to have an audience. Okay, so it doesn't take much. But if you can't do it independently, Damion Cryer, he's got his son, and he treated this girl's son bad, she said, Erika. And so she said she told him that they're a package deal. So she asked him in front of a 7-year-old, What is it? You don't like my son? That's nothing. You blaming it all on him for the trauma that he's going to experience from this relationship. Sweetheart, you don't move your child into no man's house. That's control. You move into a man's house, period. He's going to have a certain amount of control on you, okay? If you want equal settings, then you need to get a place together, and your name need to be on the deed, the mortgage, or at least the lease agreement. Okay? Take it from my old school. I'm an OG. Take it from me. You don't just move in. If you move in, you better keep you a spot. Okay? Because it's a thin line between love and hate. You love somebody today and hate their ass tomorrow, depending on what they do to you. So it takes time to get to know a person. It's not instant. Everybody wants shit instant. You got the microwave, instant coffee, instant grits. Nothing instant is really as good as if it takes time to marinate and cook and simmer and bake. And, y'all got to stop it. It's that popcorn society. No, you move into a man's house, you can guarantee you're going to be the cook. Even if he say you ain't got to do all that, he's going to make you in his own way. He's going to make you feel some type of way if you ain't cooking, you ain't cleaning, you ain't sexing him as much as he won't. Yeah, you can get a man that'll tell you, oh yeah, you ain't got to cook. I know how to cook for myself. I know how to clean up for myself. They just want you for sex. Okay, well, be ready to be a sex slave. That's what you're going to get. Okay? Keep your own crib until you feel like you know somebody. It's got to be at least a year. Just take it from me. You need at least a year to start seeing a person's true colors. They ain't going to show you everything. You might be real. You might be authentic. And that might be who you are. But with men, honey, people have this notion that men are less emotional than women. Lies. Men are less moody than women. Lies. Don't have sex with him when he want to have sex. You'll see the mood. You'll see it. So, in today's world, everybody ain't who they say they are. You have to see how a person is. You can't listen to what they say. So I don't feel sorry for Miss Erika. Loved by Erika is her channel. She's on there buku crying about him. I don't feel sorry. I'm sorry you're pregnant. You did that. That's what grown women do. You make the decision to lay down and have unprotected sex with somebody. You should know the consequences at 26 years old. Okay? At 21, you should know that. Okay? At 18, you should know where babies come from. Okay? So you get no sympathy points from me, especially when I know that you've been already YouTube clout chasing. No sympathy points. You just got to take this L and keep it pushing and learn from it. That's the big thing. You must learn from your mistakes. This young lady done been married twice at 27. So, baby, I know you religious and you think God wants you to get married and all that. Girl, this ain't that world. People don't know what marriage is. You giving up a whole lot of yourself. And if you're traditional and religious, then you automatically think the man is you're supposed to submit to him. And so shut up and submit, or move on with your life and get you a better mind state, a better grasp on reality, and realize that the real world doesn't operate like your fairy tale book of religions. In a perfect world, yes, you could get married, and girl, she was saying how much money she spent on him. Girl, been there, done that. Been there, done that. Okay? You know, a lot of women think, okay, if I do this and I do that, you know, and I sacrifice this and I sacrifice that, they're going to appreciate you more. I'm going to tell you, the average man, the average, not all, but the average man, he is not going to respect you if you lose who you are and you build your world around him. You always need a life outside of a man. You do not tell men every damn thing, okay? You don't tell them everything. Yes, you would like your man to be your best friend. A man is not going to tell you everything. I can tell you that right now. My grandma used to tell me that, and I was like, no, I want my man to be my best friend. I'm going to tell him everything. Go ahead. Go right ahead and watch. You ain't going to have no friends. You're going to be like Yummy Bites TV. You ain't going to have no friends. Because he gonna make you think that he is all you need. So when you going through shit, because one person, here's the problem with that. One person is not going to fulfill all of your needs unless you're making them your world. Unless you have built your entire life around that person. That one person, you need a girlfriend that you can talk to about stuff. A cousin. You know what I'm saying? Just some kind of associate. Okay? He ain't gonna want to hear all the girl talk. Okay? So now, you done built your life around him. And you're miserable. Okay? Because men don't like to talk like that. I don't care what they tell you. The shit you want to talk about. If he's totally heterosexual, he ain't want to hear that. He ain't want to hear that. He ain't want to watch the shows you want to watch. He don't want to discuss what you want to discuss. Don't make a man your world. Don't do that. Don't do that. You learn that lesson at different. Some women come from 2-parent households and they already know that. They already seen their mom make that mistake or something. And now if you're totally happy worshiping your man, then that's different. That's different. Everybody don't like the same things. So if you're into idolizing your man, then knock yourself out. But if you don't want to idolize somebody, don't give them but so much of power over you. Don't give them all the power. Don't do that. Don't do that. So, yeah. So that's my review. And tell me what you think.